This is quite possibly the ultimate woolly bugger. To tie it, we'll start off by heating up our hook eye in order to slide over a bead. Here I'm using fluorescent orange. Insert your bead over the hook eye, slide it to the back of the hook, and use a lighter to once again heat up the hook eye. We'll then grab our bead, pulling it in an upward motion just behind the hook eye. Further secure it by filling it with some UV resin. Fix in place with the UV light, taking your time to ensure that it's fully cured. With this complete, you should be able to bend out your hook just by pushing on the bead. We'll then grab some olive thread, here I'm using A-dot, securing it to our hook shank and snapping the excess free. Continue wrapping until you reach the bend of your hook, at which point we'll grab some marabou. Here I'm using olive. Measure it to length to be about 1 1/4 times your hook shank, and transfer your measurement to the back of the fly, grabbing your thread and using it to secure it tightly in place. Continue securing the marabou to the hook shank, folding it over and wrapping your thread to the bead, folding your marabou back over and securing it tightly in place. This step will help secure the marabou in place while creating an even body transition, and snip the excess free. We'll then grab some crystal flash. Here I'm using olive. Snip away 3 strands and secure it to one side of your fly, folding it over and securing it tightly to the other side as well. With this complete, we'll snip it to length, leaving it a bit longer than our marabou, and grab some small wire. Here I'm using green. Secure it tightly to the head of your fly, wrapping back towards the tail. At which point, we'll grab some olive chenille, strip away the tips, and use this as a tie-in point to secure it to the back of our fly. We'll wrap our thread forward towards the bead and begin wrapping the chenille forward in close touching spirals, doing so until we reach our thread. At which point, we'll secure it tightly, taking thread wraps both in front as well as behind the chenille and snipping the excess free. We'll then grab some saddle hackle. Here I'm using a grizzly olive. Select one feather and secure it tightly to the head of your fly. Snip the excess free and begin wrapping it backwards towards your tail. I like to take about 2 or 3 additional wraps at the head of the fly before wrapping backwards in open spirals. Continue to do so until you reach your tail. At which point, we'll grab our green wire and use this to counter wrap our saddle hackle. This will help add durability as well as secure it in place. Continue wrapping your wire forward in open spirals until you reach your thread. At which point, we'll secure it in place by taking thread wraps both in front as well as behind the wire and helicoptering the excess free. Trim the excess feather free and brush it out to give it a nice buggy look, ensuring no fibers are trapped beneath the wire. And this is one of my favorite egg-sucking leeches that I like to call the nuclear leech. If you'd like to help support the channel and pick a few up, you can find them on my website listed in the comments below. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.